do, we have got some single matches, including but not limited to Lima and Chugs stepping up to play. Chugs, another Bud Buds is the quad stream. Thank you so much, production. But yes, Lima and Chugs. Chugs took it over Jaja to make it here a North Carolina local. He's looking to keep the upset train going as Lima is looking to keep his hot streak going. Lima's been playing phenomenal at almost every bracket he's gone to, but has yet to walk out with one of those big regional wins in a minute. Hopefully he can get over the hump in this bracket.
Now, what I'm interested in when it comes to Lima is the level of aggression that we're going to see from him. A recent trend that we have seen recently is that in certain matchups where interacting is just going to lead to horrendous decisions, he's very, very willing to play that defensive game. He is happy to just not approach in the slightest if need be. And Hero can be one of those characters where you are almost forced to approach because you get the risk of all the buffs and all of the shenanigans, all of the silliness that can happen. A lovely up tilt there to seal it. So it almost feels like that game plan that almost may come naturally. You've got to adjust it immediately and turn on the jets a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to end up dealing with a character far, far stronger than you're hoping for.
Yeah, 100% agree there, Joyce. It's the way that Hero can play is not only dangerous from he can buff himself up to no end and with Accelerado, Psych Up, and Oomph, and Bounce as well, technically, or just to get it out of the menu. But also, if you're going to try and play like a long-standing like corner, ledge, evasive game, not only does that let Hero get buffed, like Hero is one of the better characters at hitting ledge with things like Flame Slash and just down tilt to pop up. Just kaboom, like things that just cover that ledge space that would be where Lima wants to be, just ends up not being worth it. It's much better off trying to get your combo game started and more play the traditional type of, hey, I'm gonna try and play a more forward style of offense.
Yeah, there we go. Just a point-blank, boom, wonderful spacing around that afterburner kick, sending Lima to the skies, 2 stocks to 1 in the favor of Chugs at the moment with a fully charged neutral B to boot. Can kill at very, very early percents. Got the oomph as well. There have been a lot of these buffs coming out in the favor of Chugs. And the thing is, it's not even as if that Lima has been particularly defensive or particularly trying to sort of camp him out. It has just been that Chugs has been reading very, very quickly and just getting these options in such a quick manner. However, Lima at the moment, all the advantage in his favor. Zoom bailing out of an edge guard situation, but Lima just ready to keep it going.
It feels like every interaction this game has been Chugs finds, whoa, okay, hello. But it would, an excellent commitment there from Lima. But it would be like Chugs finds a stray hit from a spell or menu, whether it be like a Zapple or a Frizz or something from the menu, Sizzle, etc., after Lima gets done his combo. So for the most part, the percentages have been even. It's like, it's always just playing the, after this Lima combo, what do I do then? And sometimes it's go in with Accelerado, sometimes it's toss a spell, sometimes it's get a chance to read the menu, and sometimes it's do nothing at all.
So Chugs a little bit of a commitment on the dash attack, however, not quite getting punished for it, just charging up that neutral B. Lots of lovely glowing colors, and the quick up tilt is going to take that first game in the favor of Chugs. Don't get it twisted. Lima, I feel like after maybe that first off taking it slow, realized that actually I've got to really tighten up the combo game to keep things even, but Chugs just getting that strong lead early and just holding onto it just long enough to be able to seal the first game.
Played through it pretty immaculately, all things considered, always on the counterpunch game, always knowing that if Lima is going to try and take advantage of Hero's biggest flaw, which is oftentimes without any buffs, the movement stats leaving a lot to be desired, then hey, I'll just try and DI and SDI out of these combos and put out a forward air, put out a back air, put out a Zapple, read the menu. Like, always play after the assumed approach by an ABK or just a simple run in and double jump. That type of offense, it leaves a lot of initiative on your opponent's perspective, but it also means you have a lot of guarantees for whenever that thing does happen. And Lima knows you cannot let Chugs get those buffs for obvious reasons. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
well, excellent stuff from Chugs. I don't know whether it was just unfortunate spacing whether Chugs had got that SDI there and ready. A perfect spacing on the up B, just throwing out that snooze, forcing Lima to approach, get the menu back up again. What's on the menu today? How hungry are you feeling? Lima feeling very hungry with such an aggressive option, but again, being ready for the up B attempt with that neutral B, not quite enough here.
39 damage off that Kafriz. It just instantly turned this game around, but it also cost a ton of mana. Not enough in order for it to not be worth it, though, especially after that jab. Hero's jab, one of the better ones just in the game, with its ability to slightly anti-air with the rising hitbox and catching a whole lot of jumps or falling aerials from Lima, who's coming down with back airs, forward airs, ABKs, and the like. Gets a chance to set up the psych up. Up tilt is on the line, as well as Flame Slash, frame 7, and a massive hitbox stuffing out Lima, who's just getting thrown off by how quickly Chugs is acknowledging exactly what he wants. But perfect combo there from Lima to get right back into it, starting off at 0-0.
And there we go, Lima just letting go of the stock, letting go of the shield, sorry, a little bit too early getting hit by that jab. 2-3, but I've got to say, Lima's spacing around some of these spells have been utterly immaculate, really recognizing what can be quite unusual hitboxes to think about. There's so much threat range that Hero can cover at any one moment. The fact that Lima is so prepared to full commit to spacing around a particular option is really, really impressive.
Kafriz again, and oh man, it absolutely closed down the stock. Very seldomly do you see Hero players commit to the fully charged Fireball, but hey, it's been working out in spades for Chugs, just putting out a massive hitbox at that short hop height to stop Lima from moving around so fluidly. It's doing its job perfectly.
So he just gets the down throw, not quite get anything off it just yet, but a lot of stage control, a little buff to go as well. Back with him, bailing Lima out from quite the devastating hit of the up tilt. However, Taylor's all this time. Here we go, a lovely anti-air there with the up B, down throw, trying to get a DI mix up. What are we going to see? Not too much forward throw, and once again, the ledge trap continues.
Oomph and Accelerado instantly online. Might have been a misinput there with the whoosh, but doesn't matter, gets to ledge. And now we're seeing the Bayonetta problem come into fray time and time again. Just Chugs taking advantage of the fact that once he gets to 160, 150, like that extreme percentage range, all Lima can really do is put out a dash attack, put out straight back airs, try to rapid jab. Like, the straight hit kill options are not really there for Bayonetta, and when you're constantly manipulating the damage that you take and your movement stats with Accelerado, it's been really consistent for Chugs to get to those max percentages and to live for a very long time.
It's been really impressive how Chugs has also been denying Lima the opportunity to get up close, because once you're at that 150, 160, Bayonetta realistically is relying on the three things. You're relying on the back air, you're relying on the up tilt into the back air, call that 1.5, and then in particular, the rapid jab, right? The rapid jab at ledge is the big option at those higher percents, and the way that Chugs has been playing is just keeping Lima outside of that close range so that it is going to be the straight hits, it is going to be the combos off of the top, which again are so much harder to get when you are dealing with 150, 160%. Very even between these players so far, but once again, Chugs, lovely glowing orange there. Lima looking a little scared.
Yeah, this is Oomph, not Psych Up though, so the damage will be more than enough, apparently. Like, you know, Oomph is the one with the big knockback buff, while rather Psych Up is, while Oomph is a damage and a slight damage and knockback buff. But you know, Bayonetta's light enough, and Hero's got some big enough aerials on these swords that it's enough all the same. Accelerado combos.
Hey, we love to see it, and just keeping it going.
He was trying to kill him.
I saw the neutral. I saw the vision from Chugs, the fire in his eyes and in his hands in that moment. However, Lima just about getting away from that situation. Still at a deficit. Don't get it twisted, but we could be looking at a much worse fate.
Oh yeah, holding steady, and percent leads don't exist for Bayonetta. Like 0 to 60, not a problem. It's what comes after that's the hard part, and these witch twists, they're doing enough. These ABKs are always converting into something, but at 102, a lot of damage, percent lead, but not taking the stock.
Yeah,
how much mana can you burn?
Scary. This is the thing, you've got to be able to burn that mana over and over. A lot is gone, however, throw off the stage, and just enough to get yet another buff under the belt. And you can just see how scared Lima is. And look at that pressure. Look at the confidence from Chugs just to run up and get that up tilt again and again. He is feeling so comfortable in this matchup. However, confidence, it shouldn't be turning to arrogance.
Yeah, hopefully not, but he's fully aware that getting a throw at 98 won't do anything. Up throw, won't, even with psych up, won't do it. Has to find the up tilt. Looked for it, but not able to locate as Lima changing up. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Unnecessary crit.
Yeah, I was going to say, just add that little extra bit of spice just for the fun of it. And that was the thing. That was a prime opportunity for Lima. You know, one neutral win from Bayonetta is an easy 50-60%. But Chugs, again, just throwing out that snooze, getting that stock in that moment, keeping it even, and the timing mix-ups on the jabs as well. And again, Lima, look at the fear in that moment. However,
yo, this, I mean, it was 47%, but that combo was sick, and it's still going.
79% on the board at the moment, up tilt covering that whole platform, feigning the menu just to get the option, waits for the spot dodge. This is something I've been really impressed with Chugs. It feels like his gameplay around back within has been so impressive to see. However,
not quite. The SDI was just enough to get out of there. Has to zoom, finds it, but committed to canceling through. Had zoom, didn't see it, and committed to the cancel into the swoosh. That is so tough. But it's a common thing with hero players. They will read. You were complimenting this like reading speed, right? Most of the time, hero players, just to get through as many menus as possible, they do menu, read the first two options, cancel, read the first two options. They just cycle through more, but you're keeping yourself more active more frequently. But it was the third option.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. It's so tricky. And in the option where you have to do it in a split second, that extra bit of pressure. And again, we have seen this already a couple of times over the course of the tournament. The upset sort of teasing its way into the horizon, and then the top player just deciding that actually I've made the right adjustments and I'm ready to snatch victory from the claws of defeat. And Lima has taken that first step towards making fate repeat itself and from keeping the status quo alive.
Yeah, it's the what a back air. It's so well timed. Lima was falling victim to Chugs' excellent kind of effective mid-range 50-50 game. It's, do you let Chugs read menu, or do you try and approach him in order to stop exactly that? Oh, hello.
Uh-oh, that's going to be a kill and a crit as well. Lady Luck is definitely shining her favor upon Chugs at the moment, even when it's not necessary, but just that little bit of spice to add to it, just that little extra bit of flair for fun. However, Lima not letting it phase him at the moment, and I love these call-outs as well. Instead of going for the full committal, maybe in these situations where Chugs could fall out and it'd be an edge guard situation, Lima instead ending the combo a little bit early and going for a slightly meatier hit, and it's been working super duper well for him, and we might be seeing a game 5, but no, just about falls out.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? At 0, psych up, crit, F smash, no problems, no worries. Just hit the 1 and 8, baby.
He must have put a ring on Lady Luck. She's saying, don't worry, my friend, my lover, I have got you in this situation. Chugs given another lifeline, trying to seal it out with a 3-1 victory. However, tempo beginning to slow down a little bit. The waters feeling a little bit calmer.
The F-tilt Rekka again catching the landing. Lima just needing that final hit and locates it. The look on Lima's face, he is staying as controlled as possible for a game as chaotic as that. Double crit smashes in order to take the stock, but Lima's so controlled through all of it, not falling victim to the mid-screen flow of whether or not he's guessing between Zapple or menu pull and what is ended up being on that menu. Lima's just finding different ways to bait reactions out of Chugs when in different angles, whether it be a close diagonal or just underneath. And these air dodges have just been perfect. The tech roll in getting called out. Lima finding ways to extend his offense without needing to resort to just a pure and simple, like, I'm going to try and force an option out of you in neutral. Nice with punishing all the same throughout this extremely flexible character. Up tilt on a platform. Goodbye.
Wow, and it feels like that confidence flowed into arrogance but has ended up at fear. It feels like there are these moments where Chugs is playing just a little bit too preemptively, and Lima's being able to just wait for the moment where eventually Chugs is going to blink, and Lima is able to get so much damage. That whole situation where that first stock went started from just a call out on the up B, just because Chugs is anticipating these options that just aren't coming, and Lima, from what was looking like a really, really difficult situation, staring down the barrel of the reverse 3-0, he's the one that's pulling the trigger in this situation. However,
but that X factor is insane for Hero. He is the character when it comes to you cannot sleep on him, because a rabbit might be pulled right out of this hat, or Munchie in his pocket, and we'll see how anything can turn up after that. Oh, the call.
Yeah, once again, Lima just calling out another aggressive option, trying to go all the way through. I love that recovery there from Chugs, going extremely deep just to get anything started. We're going to get the back air. Not quite enough just yet. No rage on the Bayonetta, and the zoom reading options 3 and 4 this time. And let me tell you, just at the perfect moment.
Absolutely necessary. The only thing that would survive him, help him survive, would be zoom there. At 175, it's still scary, but the up tilt back air still works, even at those high percentages. Without any rage to boost the knockback, you're still getting by. Accelerado online, trying to set up some sort of extra conversion, but Lima has got every bit of that up-close spacing lockdown. The trade with the up tilt still confirming into this full combo. Nair did not have an additional ABK to extend further, but still has the zoom.
There we go, the afterburner kick just covering that descent rather, to the ledge, and Lima once again is just getting so much damage off each and every interaction, trying to end it there with the witch time. The afterburner kick had the right read, just a slight misspacing on it, and look at the confidence that Lima is exuding in this set so far. Psych up coming out here from Chugs, still trying to get anything and everything started, and there we go. Empty hop over the shield into the up tilt, that X Factor. Lady Luck, are you watching?
Could be Joycey, could absolutely be 144%, but we have seen different miracles happen at different times. Lima has been playing with a very hard focus on tech rolls, air dodges, and rolls in. But as long as Chug can hold the space, but he's not able to hold his shield discipline, the ABK down air keeping the space, but as soon as Lima encroached, the different mix-ups would slowly fade in the way of the Bayonetta, and Lima playing that timing perfectly.
I was going to say, and to keep himself composed all the way through that, from that competitor's perspective, Hero can be just one of the most infuriating characters with how quickly the state of play can switch. And, being 2-0 down, particularly in some of the ways that the stocks were lost, I'm thinking that forward smash crit at, what, 10%? You can just really play on your mind. But Lima won that game anyway. And then the reverse 3-0 as well. At the end of the day, when you are when you are at this point where you are still competing at